Welcome to the Florida Keys. Anyone who's ever been to South Florida knows about the overabundance of iguanas. What cool to see and watch them. They are invasive species and a nuisance to the locals. These iguanas are native from Brazil to Mexico. They first appeared in the 1960s, much like any other invasive species like the python. People would keep them as pets and release them into the wild because they got too big. And of course, they thrive in the South Florida environment. They are mainly herbivores, but they've known to eat some other small critters. The ones at the resort I stay at enjoy sharing pizza with me. Anyways, these iguanas are expensive to remove, just like any other invasive species. Some cities pay per lizard to remove them. They eat native wildlife, they damage infrastructure, and they leave their droppings everywhere. Another invasive species you see an abundance of in the Keys are these free-roaming feral chickens. Maybe this is the reason why most of the gas stations sell fried chicken here? I don't know. These chickens are abundant for many reasons. It's believed that they were originally from Cuba and the islands, and they were brought over for cockfighting and a food source. These chickens really don't have many natural predators in the Keys. They have plenty of a natural food source, and of course they get food scraps from humans and locals, which is now prohibited in Key West. One method of use to controlling the chickens is to trap them and transport them to farms and stables in the Florida mainland. They are protected in the sense that they are not allowed to be harmed, unlike the iguanas, which can. And here we have some mangroves. Mangroves are native to Florida and a very important part of the ecosystems here. They are a unique plant because they thrive in the salty environments. They are able to obtain fresh water from salt water. Some species block the salt from entering their roots. Others have sacrificial leaves for the salt that gets unloaded into one leaf. Mangroves act as a nursery to many native species of plants and for birds to rest. This particular species is a red mangrove. They are unique in that their seeds, which are called propagules, have a special adaptation. When first falling off the tree, they float horizontally. This prevents them from sprouting near the parent plant, and then they are likely going to float in the current for quite some time. It's a certain amount of days, I forget the exact number, and then they slowly turn upright and they're able to germinate. You can't go to Florida Keys without visiting Robbie's. Here you can get to feed these giant prehistoric tarpon. Okay, these fish can get up to 8 feet long, 280 pounds. More than 100 of them come here daily to this particular spot. Tarpon can live to be over 50 years of age. They share a unique characteristic with betta fish. They can actually survive in very low oxygen conditions by gulping air to the surface. Tarpon are very highly sought after sport fish. They are not ideal for consumption, but will provide the angler with a fun ride.
You